Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying, so let them help you, and by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. So today we have RS Glory and Gold, Sir Tony Ray, on today, so we're waiting for him to connect, and there he is. So I'll send him an invitation so he can come join us on the show. And here we go. Oh, I sent the wrong invitation. Sorry, Mr. Ray. So he should be on shortly. We're waiting for him to connect. So RS Going Gold, if you don't know, I'm going to ask him. That's going to be one of my first questions when he connects. Is he a YouTuber? Does he consider himself a YouTuber, or does he work with Twitch? What does he work with? Thank you, Sticker Printing, for joining the show. We are waiting for Tony Ray to come on. It says that we're waiting for him to connect. I don't know if he can hear me, but if you can hear me, Tony, just click accept. We could also do this by phone, Tony, if you can hear me. But you know, he does a show where he plays games with people on Twitch. I think, in my opinion, he is one of the biggest YouTubers that have been on our show, at least. There haven't been too many YouTubers on our show, so he's definitely the biggest YouTuber. Trini, thank you for joining the show. I want to let you guys know that Sunday we are going to have plus-size model Cami Mercury done on the show, so you definitely want to tune in 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's Sunday. And Tony says hi. Tony, are we not able to connect through video? I'm going to send you another invitation. And we have Olivia, 9-year-old Olivia, on the show from Sticker Printing, brave girl who experienced bullying, and rather than get all depressed about it, she created a shirt, Buzz Off Bullies t-shirt, that she sells to bring awareness to her show. And right now my Buzz Off Bullies t-shirt is packed because you guys know I'm moving to Italy, so I would have loved to wear my shirt today, but you can pick yours up at stickerprinting.com.au. Alberta Bullying Sources, thank you for joining the show. We're having a hard time connecting with Tony, so I'm gonna call you, Tony. If you want to DM me a number to call, otherwise I'll call the number you have. I don't know if Tony can hear us. Let me see. I'm just gonna try and call him and see what we can get here. Sorry about all the mix-up, guys. So here he is. So let's see if we can get him on the phone. Hello, Tony. How you doing?
Hi, this is Tony. This is RS Glory and Gold. How you doing?
All right, doing good. This is Richard from Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. You're on the air with us. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
I got a phone. If I give you the number, can you call it? Because I think what you're sending me is just a live feed.
Okay. So DM me the number you want me to call you, because I know you don't want to say it live on the air. So DM it to me, and then I'll call you at that number, okay?
Okay, hold on 1 second. We'll DM you the phone number.
Okay, you got it, buddy. And thank you, Martin, for joining us. And if you are joining us, we have Sir Tony Ray from RS Glory and Gold on the show. And we'll, as soon as we get all this figured out, this technical difficulties figured out, we'll be able to talk with him and find out his amazing story. So let's see.
Anyway, I don't know if this is going to work. Okay?
All right. The phone, it will be fine. Yeah, the phone will be fine, Tony.
Okay, well, we can just sit and talk then. No
Okay.
problem. I'll sit and talk with you all day long. You're a nice guy. I'm a firm believer in what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Tony. I really do appreciate that. So, you know, the first thing that caught my story with you is that I remember when I did my first live. It was Christmas Eve. I just wanted to say to everyone, have a Merry Christmas. And what ended up happening is a bunch of kids kept asking me questions about how to deal with bullying, and that's what started the show. And my wife, so I said to my wife, I think I'm going to start doing these live feed shows on Instagram. And the first thing she said to me, there's no such thing as 52-year-old YouTubers. Is that what you're trying to do? I'm like, no, no, no. And so when she said to me, there's no such thing as 52-year-old YouTubers, I said to myself, wait a minute, what about Tony from RS Glory and Gold? So how did you start all this?
I played RuneScape, and I just wanted to grow my clan, okay? So that we have more members in our clan that we can play RuneScape with. That's how it started.
And do you consider yourself a YouTuber? Because I said that in the beginning of the show.
Well, I do more Twitch than YouTube, but
Twitch, okay.
I got, my YouTube channel, it's got 20,000 subscribers, but my Twitch channel has 350,000 followers.
Wow,
okay?
Wow. So you get on there.
I do both on a regular basis,
I see.
I'm on Twitch twice a day. I have a talk show in the morning, and I have a gaming show at night. And then I put out, I don't know, 5 or 6 videos every single week.
Oh, wow. So I was searching the internet to see if you were the oldest YouTuber or oldest person that does this. And I found a man from Tokyo who's 90 years old that does, I believe, the same basic thing you do. And then I found another woman that's 103 years old. She's got to be the oldest YouTuber who does a cooking show on YouTube. So it's very, very interesting. This kind of outlet is for everyone. So you say you have a talk show in the morning?
Yes, sir.
Do you give advice on that talk show? What do you do on that talk show? What is it?
We talk about internet bullying all the time.
Oh.
It's just a terrible, terrible thing. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
It's bad for everybody. It's bad for the platform.
It's bad for the what? You were breaking.
There's nothing worse than some jerk kid who wants to get on there and just talk crazy. But if there was something worse than a jerk kid getting on there and making a talking crap, then you and I both know that we call them keyboard warriors. Because, they say crazy things that if they were ever face to face with you, they would never say.
Exactly.
They never get their butt kicked.
Right.
But the bottom line though is these people who promote that and condone that kind of conduct, it's really, really sad. Yeah,
it's sad how when you do something negative, that gets more of a positive. I know that's weird to say, but it gets more of a positive reaction from people than if you do something like you and I are doing. Like I was telling a friend, 15.
When people say rude or nasty things on my channel, I ban them. Okay.
That's right.
I ban them instantly. I could care less about that. On my Twitch channel, I've banned 15,000 people more plus. Okay.
Right.
I have literally banned over 15,000 people because they came on and they were jerks and they were trying to bully me.
Right.
Or bully people in my audience.
Right. That's a shame. That is a shame.
Like I said, all they are, they're just little pieces of crap. That they would never talk that way to your face ever in a million years. They're the kind of kids that their mom grabs them by the ear and takes them into the room and tells them to sit in the corner.
Right.
And they sit there and cry. But on the internet with a keyboard, they are just they think they're like the Hulk.
So that's funny because I tell my followers all the time as well. Don't engage with them. Just block them, and that's it. Do not engage with them. And I see that you follow that same tactic too, and that seems to work for you, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't work because they just go do it to somebody else, right?
Right, right. But if everyone follow, I think if everyone followed,
if the YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and all these companies would get together and ban people's IP addresses, okay?
I totally agree. Yes, I've said that numerous times on my show. There's no way that they can't tell what IP address or it may be. I know that there's dynamic IP addresses too that change every time, but there has to be a way in this day and age that we live in. There has to be a way for them to realize who are the people that have 50 accounts that are bullying people. It's not hard to find that.
Well, the secret is when you set your account up, you have to make sure that they actually get enough information to where they know who and what they're talking to. You know what I mean?
Right, right. That is so true.
But they don't want to do that because in the long run, it's going to cut down on the accounts they issue and the commercials that are watched and the revenue,
Exactly. And you see, you hit it right on the head. And that makes me feel good because I say the same thing too. And that makes me feel good to know that someone else is saying the same thing as well. Exactly. If they can report to people that want to buy advertising that they have, 50 million or billion subscribers as opposed to 40 billion because they have to cancel everyone, then it's not gonna make them look as good when they go up against Facebook and everyone else that's out there. So that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, I don't want to say this YouTuber's name at all and give him any props, but you had a situation of bullying yourself. Am I correct? Are you willing to talk about that with our followers?
Yeah. There was a jerk YouTuber. Okay, he has a podcast that he does. Okay, and he got all of his information 1,000,000% wrong.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying it. He said it. He said people who came to me with the story gave me the wrong information. Okay.
Right.
And he apologized for making a mistake. The problem is he has 5 million viewers. And once he told 5 million viewers that about me, well, then guess what? I got more people coming to my channel over and over and over and over,
right.
year after year after year, talking the same crap, okay? Because he put false information out there.
Right. And so I read.
And people say, well, you should have sued him. You should have sued him, okay?
Right.
Well, suing somebody doesn't solve the problem. And that's the first thing. And the second thing is that suing takes a long time.
That's true.
You sue some guy, he postpones, he does this, he gets depositions, he does.
Right.
But, it's all a postponed game, okay? So, now it's been 4.5 years, and I doubt had I sued him, it would even be resolved yet. Does that make sense?
Right, right. There'll still be those people that think that what he said was true about you. You're absolutely right.
And exactly right. Because some guy sees it on the internet, then he goes and tells 2 people who are not even on the internet.
Right.
They tell 4 people who are not even on the internet. They tell 8 people, hey, there's this terrible rumor about you, and you don't, this is really funny, and it's not funny, it's pathetic.
Right, right.
I have a niece, a great niece, okay, who's in school, and she had some little boys come to her and want to know if I'm a pervert or not.
Wow.
And this just happened last Easter, okay? So, when she comes to Easter, she's talking to me about this. She's asking me questions like I've done something or something.
Right,
and
right.
the funny part is, that guy never accused me personally doing anything. He accused me of being somebody named John so-and-so.
Right.
Who had been convicted and put in jail in Maine, okay? So, this is not like somebody went and said, Tony Winchester, you did this. You know what I mean?
Right.
They thought I looked like John, so they thought I was John. Okay? And then they went and told everybody I was John. Okay?
Right.
So here, my little great niece was in school, and these boys are coming to her and asking her about me. You know what I mean?
So how long ago?
Thinking her great uncle is, some weirdo. Okay?
Right.
He did some stupid stuff. And we're talking like 3 years later.
How long ago did this happen, Tony?
4 years later.
Oh, okay. So this happened 4 years ago, and you're still wow.
He ran his mouth with a bunch of lies, in January of 2016.
Okay.
This happened last Easter, okay?
Right.
So you tell me, that's a long time.
That is, and it's a shame that these people can't get through their heads. And I read somewhere that he tried to make up with it by inviting you to some kind of big event that Twitch does, or maybe I have the wrong.
That was just him talking. That's just him talking, okay?
Right.
I mean, you know, when I talked to him, he never said to me, hey, you know, I'm going to pay for you to go to so-and-so, or, you know, I mean, on the internet, he says, oh, I offered him 20,000, I offered him 20,000. He never said nothing to me about giving me 20,000.
Right. Yeah, he's just.
And I'll tell you something else, too. If you really want to, I have a donate button, okay? Go ahead and send it, right?
Exactly. If he really wanted to rectify this, he could. Because I saw another video.
My permission, yeah.
I saw another video where he actually said that I apologize, and if you're being bullied 2 years later, then that's your fault, not mine. Though, you know, I'm paraphrasing, but those are kind of the things he said. So he's still not taking responsibility for it. Okay.
He's just a big liar, and you know, all he cares about is making money and getting views. Now that's the truth. Okay?
Right.
He doesn't care about me.
He
cares about his checkbook. Okay.
He just wants to be a shock jock.
That's why I think YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, all these big companies should step in and just say, if you're going to act like a scumbag and get this and be telling lies about people, then we're taking you off the platform. Okay.
Right. But they won't, because he's probably making money for them, because he's got advertisers.
12 million subscribers on YouTube,
right?
And they all watch his show, and he makes money off of them all through commercials.
Right, and that's a shame, and that's more important than the integrity of YouTube, and that's why I decided to just. I still post on YouTube, but that's why I decided to move over to Instagram and do something on Instagram, because that's just too much. You know, you got to have some kind of integrity for sure. Well, you know, I do want to tell you about my friend Olivia, who's 8 years old. She lives in Australia, and she was on the show. She had to leave, but I just want to tell you about her. She's a girl who, 8 years old, she created a shirt called the Buzz Off Bullies t-shirt, and she uses that money to talk about to bring awareness at her school about bullying. So I just wanted to, you know, bring her to your light and the good things that she's doing. So, so how do you come up with the topic for your show? So you don't play when you don't, are you playing video games when you're doing your morning show, which is like a talk show?
No, I don't at all.
Oh, okay. So you're just basically talking, and you pick a subject, and you talk. What kind?
We might show a news clip or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. You'll show a news clip, and then you.
Well, I'll give you an example. Earlier today, this morning, we talked about the death penalty, and I put a news clip up there where the day before there were the United States government put 2 inmates to death, and they hadn't done it in 17 years. Now I'm talking about the federal government, and states do it all the time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted people to give us their opinion on what they thought about the federal government putting people to death.
Right. What was people saying? What was the majority of the people saying about that?
They were saying, the majority were saying that these people were terrible, hideous murderers, and they were proven guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. So they should have been put to death a long time ago. That's what most of them were saying. Right.
The sad part about that, though, is when the person is innocent, and you find out years after you've put them to death that they were actually innocent, and unfortunately that occurs a lot as well.
I'm sure that's happened in the past. I'm sure. Okay?
Yeah.
But nobody has been put to death by the federal government for 17 years, and then these 2 guys were. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. So social issues is basically what you talk about in the morning. And that's...
Well, no, sometimes we talk about going to the moon, or we talk about ghosts real, okay?
Right. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
You know,
So,
I just try to pick a different subject every day, but I think they might actually be interested in it.
right, right. So you do that on Twitch? This is where you do that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I mean, one day we talked about abortion, okay, and everybody gave their opinions on abortion.
on abortion. Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Those
I
are
don't know
those.
about you, but I have no problem expressing my feelings about abortion. I'm totally in favor of abortion. I think that parents should be able to abort their children right up till their 18th birthday. Oh, yeah. You got some kid out there running around totally out of line. You're really late, pal. I brought you into this world, and I'll take you out if you
Wow. That's funny.
Now,
That's
I don't really think that.
right, right, right. That's real funny. I'm sure a lot of 18-year-old kids said, "Oh my God, can he do that?"
Yeah. Right up till their 18th birthday, yeah.
That's real funny. That's good. So you keep everything light, obviously, when you're talking these important topics.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's you gotta laugh
Well,
at some things.
but I said we have three rules, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The first rule is no attacking anybody in chat personally.
Right.
The second rule is no talking about sexually explicit things, okay?
Right.
The third thing is no isms and like racism, phobias,
Okay.
you can't attack people for, what I mean. I mean, if you're part of the gay community, then you can come in there and say you're part of the gay community, and no one's going to say a word about it, okay?
Right.
If you're black or if you're green or if you're purple and you come in there, nobody's going to say a word about it, okay?
That's
good.
good.
Then they're coming out again.
Right. That's good. That's real good. That's the way I do it on my show. If you use profanity.
So I just say no isms, no sexually explicit conversations, and no personally attacking anybody. Other than that, we can talk about anything you want to talk about.
Right.
Some people talk about suicide. We get a chance to talk to them, get them in touch with a suicide prevention, organization, and sometimes they just need somebody to talk to.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes that's
we'll
all.
Listen, no problem.
That's real good of you. That's real good of you. So tell us.
But, to be honest with you, my pet peeve is this internet cyberbullying because I think it contributes to the suicide.
Oh, definitely.
I really do.
Definitely. Yes, you're absolutely right. It does. You're right. So before you did this, what did you do before? When you might have been younger, or what have you did before? Thank you, everyone joining the show.
I was my last job. I was the manager at the Super 8 Hotel in Carrollton, Missouri. Okay.
Okay.
Before that, I was a trainer for a credit card company, so I would train customer service. Okay.
Okay.
Before that, I was the general manager of IBA Security. We sold security systems all over the world. I don't care if it was a 100-story building or it was your garage in your backyard.
Right.
We sold security systems.
Awesome. So if you're joining us, we're talking to RS Glory and Gold, Sir Tony Ray. So, Tony, how did the channel come to be? Was it something by accident, or did you honestly set out to say, okay, I'm going to become
we wanted to grow our clan, so we went out and got a pretty expensive computer setup, okay, and got on Twitch and started. And we were smart enough to start a YouTube channel at the same time and a Twitter channel, okay? So now on Twitter I have like 60,000 followers, and on YouTube I have, like I said, I think it's 213,000 followers or subscribers,
Right, subscribers.
On YouTube.
Awesome.
But I started off just playing RuneScape on camera and talking, okay?
Right.
And I started the 8th of December of 2015. By the end of the month, I had 34,000 views and I had 7,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And I got lucky. Some of the people who played RuneScape posted me, okay? And it made me like semi-popular, okay?
Right.
And I ended up being at the time, I was the fastest anybody had got partnered on Twitch. It took me 31 days to become a partner on Twitch.
Oh, wow. And what does it take to become a partner on Twitch?
You know, you have to average 75 views, and you have to get X amount of hours in, and blah, 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 blah.
Ah, okay.
But back then, it wasn't that way. Okay?
Right.
Back then, they didn't have set standards, you know?
Right. So how did you become a partner back then, before this?
Well, because I had 7,000 followers, and I had 34,000 views.
Wow.
And they were losing money by not letting me have a sub button. Now they have a total different program, okay? To where you can have a sub button and have emotes even though you're not a partner, okay? But back then you couldn't.
Ah,
Like when I was streaming, I didn't have a donation button, I didn't have a sub button, I didn't have anything, okay?
So when you become a partner, that's when you gain these things that you just mentioned? Is that how it works?
That's yeah, I could have had a sub button. I got a sub button right away. But I could have had a donate button, but I didn't even put a donate button on for like the first 8 months. And then what I did was, for the rest of the year, I said, anybody that does get donated, we're going to go ahead and give it to some worthy organizations, yeah?
Oh, okay. Awesome. That's good.
So, you know, I mean, because I wasn't doing it for the money, okay?
Right. Right. So you're basically retired from the other life. Right. Okay. Okay. Awesome. And
but now I have other people involved with me, okay?
Right. Like,
you know, they have a right to make a living,
so. so does I read somewhere that you, I think one of your grandchildren or children help you?
You know, there's 2 different nephews that I work with. I'm working with a nephew and a niece right now.
Okay.
And even some people who are not related to me have worked with me too.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's good to keep it in the family, right?
Well, I don't know, but you know, it makes it fun, and it gives me a chance to spend some time with my nephews and my nieces that otherwise I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And, you know, I want them to grow up and love their uncle and think he's a nice guy. I don't want them to grow up and think crazy things. You know?
Right. Right.
You know,
right.
one of my nieces, she got her YouTube channel hacked. Okay. When this Keemstar crap happened, you know? Right. They actually hacked it and then said all kinds of terrible things to her friends and her name about me, okay?
Oh, wow.
You know, so I like her, you know, hey, I'm a really nice guy and what really happened, you know what I mean? Right. But it's just some kids sitting there with, they take her YouTube channel or her Facebook channel and go crazy with it, you know?
Right. That's a shame. So
they hacked her Facebook channel.
That's terrible. So let's go back.
I don't even know how you do things like that, but you know, my sister was getting death threats for people. Okay? I mean, and you know, my sister's 66 years old, or 64 years old, I think. Right. Come on. Yeah. And you know, she's not on the internet every day. She doesn't have any idea, you know, what the internet's really even about. She uses it to check her email and maybe post some pictures for Facebook, you know? Right. If you're just joining us, we're talking to our exploring God. Right. You know, she's calling me up, Tony, what have you done, you know? Right. That's a shame. You know what's really shocking to me about this story is that you have Jeffrey Epstein, who has like a cloud of you know, people not sure this guy's doing something with kids. Some kids are complaining, you know, kids are going to the police and trying to file, you know, rape charges or whatever charges that they're trying to file, and it's getting swept under the rug. And because he's a powerful man, he's able to sweep these things under the rug. And there's so much more people talking about what he's doing with children more than what you're doing with children. But yours, it gets dragged through the mud, and he doesn't get, and he just looks squeaky clean until the end, of course. But you know, it's just horrible. But what I want to do now is go back, and I want to know, when you were in school, did you have to deal with bullying, and if so, how did you deal with it? And if you didn't have to do with bullying, what advice do you give any kids nowadays that might be bullying bullies in school? Go tell the teacher. That's what I tell them. Call the police, tell your mom and dad, tell your best friends, tell your neighbors, tell everybody in the world what's going on. You know, I went and talked to, when I was in school, I was a freshman in high school, and I was getting bullied. I went and talked to my older brother. And, you know, I wanted my older brother to come down to that school and kick that guy's ass, okay? But my brother told me, here's what you do. Next time that guy comes around, act real humble, act real, scared, okay? Act like you're, whimpering and going to give in to everything he says. I think surprise him and pop him right in the nose, okay? Well, I took my brother's advice. I did that. You know what happened?
What happened?
That guy beat the hell out of me. Probably about 20 more times that year that guy beat the hell out of me. That time he was a senior and I was a freshman, so I didn't have to see him next year. You know?
Right.
Don't take your older brother's advice. Hey, go to the principal, go to the vice principal, tell every teacher in school. You know what I mean?
That is so.
Call 911. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they will make people stop. Okay.
Right. I agree.
Don't be afraid to tell people. You're a rat, you're a chicken, to hell with those people, okay? Go tell the authorities. Go tell every authority figure that will listen, and tell some that won't listen, okay?
That is so true. That I think silence is what makes the bully grow, with what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And there's one thing that I always say, we as victims of bullying do not have to be ashamed. We are not the ones that have to be ashamed. It's those bullies.
And like I said, don't take your brother's advice and go hit that.
Yes. I thought you were going to tell me such an amazing story of how you overcome this big bully. That's so funny. That's a cute story.
Yeah,
so,
I took my brother's advice, and then I got the crap beat out of me, 20 more times, so thank God he was a senior and graduated,
Right. So let's see. So 10 years down the line, what do you want to see happen with your Twitter account and your not Twitter, your Twitch account and your YouTube account? What are you hoping? How are you hoping to grow that?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm just hoping to be alive.
Right. That's very well put. So how old?
The whole thing to me is a joy. Every day I get up in the morning and I say, I've got a few thousand friends that are going to come into my channel today and say hello to me. And they're going to be glad to see me. And I'm going to be glad to see them. And they're going to tell me about good things that are happening in their lives. And it's going to put a big smile on my face. It's going to brighten my heart. What more could you want than that? Right.
That's a beautiful way of looking at life.
So, I'm hoping that tomorrow I wake up and I get to see thousands of my friends and hear nice things that are going on in their lives,
Right. Well, maybe
today a guy was telling me that he got to see his daughter for the very first time,
Oh, wow.
I just thought that was like one of the coolest things that ever happened to somebody in their life,
How were they able to, how come they couldn't see their daughter before? What went on?
She was born.
Oh, she wasn't. Oh, okay. I didn't catch that part. Okay, got it. Yes.
Yeah, and she was born. So he got to see his daughter for the very first time.
Right. And
that's a really great experience for somebody.
Right. That is that. As a parent of two.
Probably the best day of his life,
Right. As a parent of two, that is the most amazing thing to see birth. Yes, I agree with that. Totally agree with that.
So I'm real happy for him. And tonight when I go to bed, I'm going to say a prayer for his daughter, and for him.
Right. That's awesome. That is real good. You're a person with a big soul, Tony, and that's great. So let's see what so you.
Well, let's just make sure we emphasize to these kids. I don't care if there's some perv that's messing with you or if there's some bully that's messing with you. Whatever it is, call the police, call 911, tell them, make them come talk to you. Right. Tell the principal, tell the teacher, tell your neighbors, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brothers, tell your sisters. Tell everybody that will listen when there's a problem like that. And believe me, the adults will make it stop.
Right. I think what happens all too often, some kids tell the wrong adult does nothing about it, and then they lose hope with adults and they won't tell. But you're right. You keep talking and telling people your story, whether they tell you it's not true, that you're lying, or whatever it is, you keep telling it. Eventually, you'll find that person that's going to say, hey, I'm going to put a stop to this. I'm going to do something about this. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Tony. You're so right. Um, so, let's see. Uh, so tomorrow. So do you play a different game? That's my question. Do you play a different game every day, or do you play the same game every day when you do your episodes?
I played the same game. I've only played one game though. RuneScape.
What's the name of it? RuneScape.
I'm 19 years old. RuneScape.
Uh huh.
RuneScape.
Okay.
It's 19 years old.
Man, say that again. What was that last part?
It's 19 years old.
Oh, the game is 19 years old. Wow. Do you play on your computer, or are you playing this on an Xbox? How are you playing this?
I pay 75 cents to be able to play the game.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up, Tony. Can you repeat that again?
I play on the computer, and
okay.
I pay $7.95 a month to play the game.
$7 an hour. Oh, okay. Nice. So, I wear a crown.
I think more people have played RuneScape than any other game in the history of the internet. Okay?
Really? More than Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah. It's bigger than WoW. It's bigger than anything. Okay.
Wow.
They have a free to play version. Okay. And a lot of people sign up for free to play.
All right. And what's the difference between free to play and the paid version?
Oh, a lot of content.
Oh, a lot more content.
You can afford the $8, pay it, okay? Or $10 or $11 or whatever it is. If you can afford it, do it, because it's worth it.
Hmm. It's a stress reliever for you. It sounds like.
Yeah. And
also,
you meet some tremendous people in the community. You know.
Right.
You make lifelong friends. Yeah, I've been playing myself for 13 years. Okay. And I have a friend that I've known for 12 years, and we talk once a week.
Wow. So what are their rules of bullying strict?
Oh, absolutely. And
that's
of course, you can click one button, and that way you never have to hear anything that person says. Or you can click another button and report them.
Right. Ah, that's good. That's good. Zero tolerance for them. So I was looking at your icon, and it's you with a crown. How did the crown come to be?
Well, inside the game of RuneScape, they have something called party hats. They're not crowns, but they're party hats, okay?
Okay.
And you get it from a Christmas cracker. I don't know if you know what a Christmas cracker is. It's really big in the UK. I don't think they really have Christmas crackers anywhere else but the UK.
Okay.
But anyway, you get a party hat. And you wear a party hat when you're partying with your friends. So I wear it whenever. I'm wearing it right now while I'm talking to you. And you wear a party hat when you party with your friends, yeah?
Awesome. Because I too wear a crown when I do my show, and the crown is a symbol that we all can stop bullying. You know, we all can wear this crown and be a hero, and so I that's the other thing that gravitated me towards you as well. Because he wears a crown just like me. Great, let me go in. I want to interview this guy. So that's very interesting. And I'm glad that the community is very tight when it comes to bullying on that RuneScape game, because that's the way it needs to be. You go in there to relax. You go in there like I said, for it to be an outlet, from reality. And the last thing you want is to be reminded that there's bullies. So this place that you play. Is there a name for the town or the areas that you go?
Well, the world is called Eleanor, okay?
Gillinor. Okay. See, I'm all new to this. I'm new to this.
Yeah, I understand.
I never played
Well,
Dungeons
look,
and
there's
Dragons.
thousands of games out there. You know, this is just one of
Right,
them. Okay?
right, right. There are thousands of games out there. That's true. So, it seems that we're coming.
You know what? If you play a game and you have fun playing it, then I think it's a great game.
Right. That's it.
That's all that matters.
That's all that
You
matters.
should play to have fun.
Right. That's
And
absolutely.
the side effect is you meet a lot of nice people who are doing the same thing you're doing, and then you end up having a nice little family or friends or community or whatever.
Right.
And you get to hang out with some cool people.
So were you always into video games? Like when you were younger, did you get into, like Nintendo 64 and stuff like that?
I don't know if they even had them when I was young, though. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, they didn't. They definitely.
I remember Pong, but I was an adult when Pong came out.
Right. Same here. Yeah, that's ColecoVision, right? Yeah. I mean, I was still a kid. But what I'm trying to say is, so when these games came out, these Nintendos and everything else, Xbox, you didn't get into those as well?
No, I never played an Xbox or I never played a Nintendo. I never played any of that.
Oh, okay.
You know, I had a 10-year-old nephew and a 12-year-old nephew, and they came to me and said, "Can we use your computer because we want to get on and play this game?" And they logged into RuneScape, and they used to play RuneScape. They would get a half hour of computer time at school in the library, and they would use that half hour to play the game. So if they came to my house, I had a computer. I used it for work and business, but they could sit on that computer all day long and play.
Right. Nice.
So anyway, one day my nephew said, "Hey man, me and my dad and my brother are going to go get some pizza, but I'm logging into this game. Will you do me a favor? Will you chop some of these trees for me?" Okay? And I said, well, sure, why not? Show me how. He showed me how. And they went and got pizza and came back, and I had gotten him a whole bunch of levels in the game, and he was the happiest guy in the world. That was the first time I ever played. That was a bot.
And you got.
You pimped me out.
And so you got hooked from there. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
He asked me to do it for him, I don't know, 4 or 5 more times. Finally, one day he said, "Hey, Uncle Tony, will you do it?" I said, "Hey, the hell with you. I started my own account. I'm doing it for me from now on."
That is funny.
And, it was fun playing with my nephews, because they thought that, they had a cool uncle, and, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you got to spend quality time together,
Right.
So I think it's like I have always said, a family that plays RuneScape together stays together.
That's right. You're right about that, Tony. Very good. Very good. So it looks like we're coming to the end of the show. Is there any message you want to put out there again for kids or even parents? Parents go through it as well, and adults. Any messages you have out there for these people?
Well, just, every town in the States, I don't know how the rest of the world is, has a helpline that you can call, you know what I mean? And, you can just look it up in the phone book or look it up on the internet or you can call 911 and ask them for the helpline and they'll give it to you,
Right.
I mean, every city is different,
Right.
I mean,
so utilize all your resources out there. Yeah, good idea. Good idea, Tony. Really
now,
good.
I got a talk show and I do interviews on the talk show. Like, if you'll go to my YouTube channel tonight and look up the newest video that I've posted, okay? I would like to invite you to come on my show and spread your word.
Oh, I would love to do that. It would be an honor, Sir Tony Ray.
If you go there right now,
I'm gonna,
as soon as we're done,
all right.
And look it up, you'll see an interview that I just did, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this is, we're not going to talk about me during this interview. We're going to talk about you and your format. Okay?
All right. So let's see. I'm on your site now because I have subscribed to your channel. Is it the one that's called Interview with Harley Quinn? Is that the one? That's the one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Harley Quinn is a content creator, okay? we sat and talked about her content, okay? And she's not, you know, I've done it with, I don't know, 30 or 40 people, okay?
Right.
But I would love to have you on as a guest. Hey, we'll work it out to where we can put your camera right there where you see her, okay? I'll be sitting in the same spot. We can just talk.
All right. That sounds like fun. Yeah, let's connect and get that going. I appreciate that, Tony. I really do.
And we'll push your agenda to everybody that will watch. You know what I mean? We'll do it live on Twitch.
All right.
We'll post the video on YouTube.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so I'll connect with you. You think I have to have a Twitch account in order to do that, or what do you?
No, you don't. You have to log into Discord, okay?
Oh, I'm gonna have to set that up then. I know that I have a bunch of kids on my show who are trying to connect me with Discord and tell me how to do it, and I just could not figure it out. So yeah, so you have to walk me through that, and then we'll definitely do this for sure. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
No problem. I'd love to do it. I'll do it, you know, at your convenience, okay?
Oh, okay, great. Well, I'm always available because, like you, this is.
You just let me know when you fix your Discord up, okay?
All right.
Call me on the phone. You got my phone number.
Yes.
And, we'll get into Discord together, and I'll show you the ins and outs. And you know, in Discord, you can do camera and voice, okay?
Okay.
It's free.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm definitely gonna. So you connect that to your computer, I'm assuming, right? Is that something
Right.
you can do on your phone? Because I know you can
download Discord on your computer, okay?
Okay. Now I have a Mac. Is that gonna work? Hey, Tully, how you doing? Is that gonna work for me? With Mac? There's a Mac version to it, right? To the Discord?
Yeah, they should. You shouldn't have any problems. You can do it with your phone.
Okay, awesome. That's good. Well, I thank you once again, Sir Tony Ray.
Thanks for having me on the show, man.
It was a pleasure.
I want to make sure the whole world knows you're a great guy.
It was a pleasure hearing your story and getting all the fake stuff that I've been reading about you and that situation that you had gone. And now I really know the truth about it all. So thank you for that.
Well, cool.
So
thank you, man. And you know, tell your wife and your family, God bless you. You know what I mean? From Tony Winchester, and I just love you guys to death. Okay.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate that, sir.
Hey, guys, have a great night. To everybody who listens and watches, thank you. We love you. Yahoo! Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Tony.
Good night, everybody. We love you. Yahoo! Good night.
All right, there you go, guys. You heard it from Sir Tony Ray. You heard it for yourself. He's a great guy. You know, I'm glad that we got to connect. It did take me a long time to finally connect with him. I've been trying to reach him since December, and he finally was able to reply to it. And he had some good things to say. And you can see that he said a lot of the things that I tell you guys all the time. You know, speak up, tell somebody. I know I talk to a lot of you kids, and you kids say that, you know, you told the teacher and the teacher didn't do anything. So you don't want to tell any more teachers, or the teacher made it worse. You got to keep talking. You can't stop talking about your abuse. I know it's hard, because every time you talk about it, you live through the abuse. Every time I tell my story, every time I'm interviewed, I have to live through my abuse again. I know that that's hard. But if you keep talking about it, eventually it gets easier, and someone else doesn't have to go through the bullying that you've gone through. That's the most important thing to do. So, like you heard Tony say, he's going to have me on his show. It's going to be great for our show and what we're doing, because he has so much followers. So I'm going to do what I can very quickly to get on and on his show, and we'll talk to him, and we'll try our best to end bullying, so no one ever has to go through what we have gone through. And that's my goal, guys. You know, it's really funny the other day, because I'm trying to find celebrities to kind of back us. Because when celebrities back you, you're looked at as legitimate, and people start to take you a little serious, and you know the objective will get done to end bullying. And I told people, you know, I just want to end bullying. I want to end it. That's my goal. That's what I want to do, and that's what I want to do. And getting on shows like Tony's show and other shows was really, really help to talk about what we're doing and what we're trying to do. Maybe get some more eyes on our show. Thank you for smashing that heart, Tully. And get people to really look at the fact that bullying is serious, and it's not something that you can just turn around and just stand up for yourself and you won't be bullied anymore. You know, you can't. So I want to remind you guys that Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will be talking with Cami McCurry Dunn, who's a plus size model. And tomorrow on the show at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I don't have a promo for that, and I do apologize, but tomorrow we're gonna have 7-time Emmy Award winning sports, I don't know if sports analyst is the proper word for him, former sports analyst, I should say. He worked with ESPN, now he's doing his own show on YouTube, David Stevens. And when you see David Stevens, you're going to be shocked of all the obstacles he's overcome in sports. Okay? He's broke a lot of barriers in sports. And I don't want to give it away, but when you see him, you're going to say, how did he ever play sports? You'll see. Tully says, I guess it wouldn't be a problem finding famous people because everyone has been bullied at some point. You're absolutely right, Tully. You're absolutely right. Good point. But I can tell you right now, what it is a lot of them don't want to tell that story. You know, maybe they're bullies now. I don't know. Or maybe because their agents are saying, no, you need to stick to positive subjects. Like I told you guys, I told the story before. I had so many A-list celebrities from America, so many come to me and say, I love what you're doing. I wanna help you out, blah, blah, blah. And then they go, you know, I can't do anything without speaking to my agent. That's the deal that they have with their agents. So they go and they speak to their agents, and right away it's like, nope, we don't want you talking about bullying. We don't want you, especially if they're NFL players, especially because there was a story with a football player from Miami. His name was Martin. I can't remember his first name. And there was another player that he was being bullied, and I actually went and found the the agent for the player who was bullied, and I asked him to if I can interview him. At the time, I was living in America. I was willing to fly down. We had the funds to fly down and interview him, and the NFL and his agent said absolutely no, because they don't want that stigma out there. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Like I told you on my show in the past, guys, there are people that follow our show, but they don't smash the heart, they don't comment, and they don't follow us. And the reason why they don't do that is because when they follow us, they